Chosen one. That fire in your spirit, that refusal to stay down, that deep sense that you were meant for more, even when no one believed in you. It wasn't random. It's soul deep. It's divine. You didn't just become strong. You were forged by the flames, because your soul carries a warrior frequency. And the reason life has felt like a battlefield is because you're not just living, you're on assignment. Let's go deeper into the truth behind your warrior spirit. 1. Your spirit signed up for a higher mission. Before your feet ever touched this earth, your soul made a vow. You weren't randomly assigned to your family, your circumstances, or your struggles. You chose them consciously, courageously, spiritually. You saw the cycles of pain repeating like broken records through your bloodline. You saw ancestral wounds passed down like inheritance. You saw collective fear, trauma, and unconsciousness blanketing humanity like a shadow. And still, your soul stood up and whispered, "Send me." You didn't come here for comfort. You came for transformation, not just to heal yourself, but to awaken others, to be the soul that interrupts generational dysfunction, to be the light that exposes what's been hidden, to be the catalyst that breaks spiritual amnesia. Because this world doesn't need more noise. It needs light bearers who have walked through the fire. It needs healers who have held their own shattered pieces and still chose love. It needs warriors who've stared into the abyss and still said, "I choose truth." And that is you. Your mission isn't about being perfect. It's about being aligned. It's about remembering who you are when the world tries to make you forget. So when life feels heavy, remember, you were never meant to live small. You were meant to shift the vibration of every room you enter. You were meant to carry ancient wisdom into modern chaos. Chosen one, you're not here by chance. You're here by divine appointment. And your spirit, it's not just strong, it's sacred. 2, you've been attacked because of your power. Chosen one. Let's be clear. You were never attacked because you were weak. You were attacked because you were powerful. From an early age, your light made people uncomfortable. Your authenticity shattered illusions. Your energy triggered what others tried to hide. You didn't even have to speak. Your presence said everything. And that presence, it exposed masks. It called out dysfunction. It disrupted environments that were used to staying asleep. You weren't just bullied in school, misunderstood by family, or betrayed in love by accident. These weren't coincidences. They were assignments, because spiritual warriors, those born with divine frequency and sacred missions, are always targeted. Why? Because your power threatens the strongholds of pain. Because your truth shakes the systems built on lies. Because your light reminds people of who they were before the world told them to forget. You see, the attacks weren't about you personally. They were about what you carried, your gifts, your sight, your vibration. But here's what the darkness didn't expect. You didn't fold. You didn't fade. You forged. Every attempt to silence you only made your voice louder. Every betrayal became a doorway to deeper wisdom. Every wound became a vessel for more light to pour through. Because divine fire cannot be extinguished. It doesn't shrink under pressure. It expands. So if you've ever wondered, why me? The answer is simple. Because your soul is a threat to the unconscious. And when the enemy can't destroy your soul, it tries to distract your path. But you've stayed standing. You've stayed rising. And now, your power is undeniable. And your mission? Unstoppable. 3, you don't just survive, you alchemize. Chosen one. You were never meant to just survive this life. You came here to alchemize it. Yes, you've been through storms that would have drowned others. Yes, You've walked through fires that left others scorched, but you came out glowing. Not because you weren't hurt, but because you turned that pain into power. That's the sacred gift of your soul. You don't let pain define you. You let it refine you. When they broke your heart, you didn't harden. You grew softer in truth and stronger in spirit. You didn't become bitter. You became wiser. You turned every tear into sacred water that nourished your growth. You turned every betrayal into boundaries lined with discernment. You turned silence into sacred communion, a deep listening to your inner voice and divine guidance. That's not survival, that's spiritual mastery. Because alchemy is the divine art of transformation. It's taking what was meant to destroy you and turning it into the very foundation that now empowers you. You didn't numb your pain. You sat with it. You listened to it. You let it shape you without letting it own you. And now, you walk with ancient wisdom. You speak with clarity earned through scars. You shine with a light that wasn't handed to you. It was forged through fire. So don't ever let anyone call you too much, too intense, or too sensitive. They're witnessing a soul that has mastered alchemy. You didn't survive to stay small. You survived to transform everything you touch. You are the healer, the mirror, the cycle breaker, the divine alchemist in human form. 4. You were born to shift generational patterns. Chosen one. You didn't come here to repeat what has always been. You came to rewrite it. You were born into a bloodline burdened with pain, addiction, abuse, silence, secrets, patterns passed down like heirlooms. But your soul said, "This ends with me." While others conformed, you questioned. While others avoided, you confronted. You saw the dysfunction and chose not to normalize it. You chose to heal it. You didn't just face your own wounds. You faced the pain of ancestors, unspoken traumas, buried grief, unhealed narratives that were never yours, but lived in your body like ghosts. You carried it, you felt it, and then you did the one thing no one else had the courage to do. You transmuted it. You cried the tears they never could. You set the boundaries they never had the strength to draw. You loved yourself in ways they never knew how. And through every hard choice, every act of self-honor, every moment of spiritual awakening, you broke the chain. You cracked open the old story. And from the fracture, a new timeline was born. One where your children, or the generation after you, will never have to unlearn what you did. One where healing is normalized, not shamed. One where love isn't earned through pain, but freely given. No, you didn't come from warriors. You became one, not by sword, but by soul. You are the bridge between what was and what will never be again. The one who chose truth over tradition, healing over hiding, freedom over fear. You were born not just to break curses, but to build blessings. And every ancestor who longed for liberation, they now walk with you. Because you're not just healing for yourself, you're healing for them and for everyone yet to come. You are the sacred disruption, the divine rewrite, the living proof that pain can end with one awakened soul. And that soul is you. 5. You're a light warrior in human form, chosen one. You didn't come here to play small. You came here carrying the vibration of truth, the frequency of freedom, and the fire of divine purpose. You didn't ask for battles. You didn't crave confrontation. But when darkness rose, you didn't cower. You stood up. You stood in your light. Because that's what a light warrior does. You don't fight with fists. You fight with presence. You don't destroy with hate. You disarm with compassion. You were sent to confront illusions, not with ego, but with awakened energy, to shake foundations that were never built in truth, to burn away lies with the fire of clarity, not chaos. Your words carry weight. Your gaze sees through veils. Your silence echoes with power. And yes, your intensity has made others uncomfortable. Because your energy demands honesty. Your spirit calls people higher. And those who aren't ready, they will misunderstand you, fear you, even try to silence you. But don't dim for their comfort. Your intensity isn't too much. It's medicine, a sacred fire meant to purify, not pacify. Because you weren't sent to blend in. You were sent to shift the vibration of every space you enter. You are the spark that ignites awakenings, the mirror that reflects truth, the hand that breaks chains. You are divine disruption in human form. And while others may choose the easy road, you walk the path of alignment, even when it's lonely, even when it's painful. Why? Because light warriors don't run from fire, they become it. You are not here by accident. Your presence is prophecy. And every time you rise, darkness retreats. So remember, chosen one, you weren't sent to fight like the world does. You were sent to elevate it. And every time you choose love, truth, and alignment over fear, you win battles that can't be seen, but can always be felt. You are the warrior, not of war, but of awakening. So, chosen one, if they ask why you're different, tell them this: because I didn't come here to live quietly. I came here to shake the ground. I came here to cut through illusion. I came here to carry heaven into hell and light a path home. You are not just a survivor. You are not just spiritual. You are a warrior of light, on divine assignment. Let them call you intense. Let them call you too much. Just smile and say, I am the cycle breaker. I am the fire. I am the force. Drop 777 or comment, I am the cycle breaker, if this ignited something in your soul. Like, subscribe, and drop 777 in the comments if this resonates. Amen.